Oh man, we have gorilla arms. Yo, it's also attacking so fast, man. And it's hitting for trillions. Hey everybody, it's Rob here. Welcome to the Gorilla Payback build, man. We finally have gorilla arms. This was what we were dreaming of. Look at this. And it's also hitting for trillions of damage. Not only with the Jaguar, but actually with our main skill. Look at this. Boom, 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 boom. It's already hitting for a few trillion damage. Let's wait until they're staggered as well. And yeah, the build's going pretty high. There you see 22, 26 trillion damage just on this target dummy here. We have small AoE, but we have a big number here. And it's a ton of fun. You're overpowering all the time, just like with any good Spiritborn build. And you have the gorilla arms. So this one is amazing. I'll show you some gameplay. We're finally having some payback, my friends. This is the build. Just payback, man. Look. Big one shot. It's hitting for trillions, and we're not even using the Jaguar Hall for those numbers. It just naturally hits for that. And the more you attack, the more damage it deals. Baseline Payback Rune. So it's a pretty cool crushing build here. Also very easy to switch, because we're still playing Kepaleke. And we have gorilla arms now, so we're winning. I believe. Look at these gorilla arms, man. We get some payback for Harambe. Look. So much fun. And we still have Vortex, so we can also still pixel pull the enemies. Very comfortable. Chop, chop, chop. Everything's been chopped. Right here has gotten a level up. Our right here guy. He's great. Sometimes. It's like a love-hate relationship, you know. Sometimes he likes to pull them out. Sometimes he gives us some fortify for some crazier numbers. There you see, boom, 3 trillion. Like, we just attack. Just normal payback attack. Get some payback. I mean, we have gorilla arms. Like, it gives us all the style points now. Style points for the gorilla arms. The AoE is definitely a bit smaller than with crushing hands. But we have gorilla arms, so I think that makes up for it. It's also more damage. It's basically a rune on payback that makes you deal more damage the longer you hit the target. So that's great.
What is the most important stat for Banished Lord Talisman?
I definitely want to go for the life on Talisman. Life is nuts. Core skill is also pretty good. But life is where it's at. Look here, and we smashed the channeling part in, my friends. Boom, boom, boom. We're gonna have to planar below. Chop, chop. And with that, we chopped ourselves down to the boss. And here comes the boss. Chopped as well. So yeah, the DPS on this build is pretty nutty. We get a lot. And the rune is very, very cool. And you have gorilla arms. I mean, look at this. You see my arms? Chop, 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 chop. Oh man, this looks so good. We get some payback for Harambe, man. Let's go. This one can very easy do like 120 speeds. You can even do 150 with this with a slightly modified setup. But it's just like a very cool like style build if you want to play something different. And it's also very easy to switch from the Quill Volley or from the Crushing Hands build to this payback build here, which is normally a potency skill, but again there is a rune on payback that basically allows us to have poised payback, and that makes it into a basic core skill. But it makes it into a core skill, and then comes our Kepaleke that makes it into a basic skill as well. So we have like all the tags on payback. It does crazy damage, and it's a super cool build. We're using resolve stacking. We're using like all the good stuff here, and Kepaleke. We have a ton of life, and the build's amazing here. So let's go over the build. So we are rocking max resolve stack on the helm here. This is the craziest thing. We also want a barrier generation, and the resolve stacks, they basically like multi-dip our damage. We are playing the colossal glyph, and we're also playing interdiction with the redirected force, just like on any good Spiritborn build these days. So that's pretty crazy. We're playing the Shroud of False Death. If you don't have this, you can play the slow aspect here, 20% damage to slow the enemies, and also play even more resolve stacking. You can see here we have 36 resolve stacks, even just with this normal pants that we use, and this normal chest. And you see here like the DPS is just crazy. Like even the base attacks are hitting for like multiple trillions, like just attacking the enemy. And right now this is a speed version, so I don't have permavert. I'm using exploit for that. We'll go when we talk about the Paragon board. And then on the gloves here we use Moonrise, this time with core skills. I do have Mystic Circle potency if you want to push higher pits. Definitely recommend the Mystic Circle Jaguar potency here over Moonrise. However, here for speeds, Moonrise is fine. We don't want the Mystic Circles for speeds, but for higher pits it's definitely the best. Then the pants here with basic skills, again we get all attacks, and we have actually like a crazy advantage there because we get Vehemence, which gives us another 1.4x. And we have increased cooldowns, but it doesn't really matter because with the Poised Payback we don't have any cooldown anyways, so because it becomes a core skill. So we can completely neglect the negative effect and we get a free 1.4x multiplier. And that's why it's hitting here for trillions even without the Jaguar Hole. Then we rock Kapaleke, the runes like Simple, Xol, Xal, Pok Q. We're still using Barrier Generation. You want to have 123 Barrier Generation here to reach the maximum barrier. Like you want your entire life to basically be barrier. You can kind of see here, like we have 33k life when we're buffed here, and all our life is basically barrier. 33k barrier, 33k life. This is the breakpoint. 123 generation. Talisman, Banished Lords. Ideally, you want to masterwork the life here. Redirected Force. And the Midnight Sun. However, there's also a push version without the Midnight Sun, but you need like a lucky hit on the glass stem. We're just gonna focus on the speed version here that you saw in action. It's a ton of fun to play. We have the Spirit Hall here, Jaguar. We're still getting a Jaguar tag on the skill, and we have a Gorilla here, which gives us maximum resolve. If you like to push, you can also play double Jaguar, and it's just such a cool skill to play. So very nice alternative. Skill tree looks like this, so we have nothing in the core section now, just populate the balance and populate a follow through, because again we're getting all the attacks on our payback anyways. And Vortex again, we have 3 in Unrestrained Power, 3 in Apex, 3 in Perseverance, Armored Hide. We have counter attack here because we are using the Midnight Sun, which gives us the passive effect at all times. Then we rock Scourge here, we rock it with Resource. You can also play it with healing if you like more healing. And then obviously maxed Payback, and this one is already crazy base, and you see here the rune gives us more damage per or the more times we hit the enemy with Payback for 60 seconds. So you get a double multiplier here again, and the base is already pretty good at already 338. Then we are rocking 3 in Dominant. You're basically from the Quill Volley removing these from Brilliance, putting them into Dominant because now it's a Gorilla skill. We get a 1.2x, and we get Resilience. We have Furnace, we have Potent, we have Vehemence, we have all the 3 passives here, we have Hunter, and we have Prodigy just like you used to. Paragon boards, I did a few changes. There's some more min-max setup, so I was too lazy to switch to Paragon boards because I'm just like coming from Quill Volley, like probably many of you testing this build. So we are rocking Spirit in the starter board, pretty standard. Again, I have the optimized planner below, so my Paragon board in-game here is not 100% optimized. Then we're rocking Outmatch here because now we're dealing physical damage. So this is going to give us a very good multiplier here. And then we're rocking Viscous Shield, of course. We're rocking all the Barrier Gen. We're rocking Sapping. We are rocking Revenge right now because we did a bunch of Thorns damage. It's pretty chill. You can also play the Hubris Glyph. I've been testing around with Revenge a bit. And if you have enough resource, you see here, you want to hit 275. I have 277. So I'm good, but I also have a GA on the Kapaleke. So just want to be a bit careful here that you still have the breakpoints without all the bugs. So we just use Revenge here for another 1.15, and our Thorns is getting applied from our Armored Hide all the time basically. Then on the right side here we're rocking Convergence, so we don't have Ferminate anymore because we need a vulnerable source. And if you don't have Ferminate, you are not maxing out your Convergence, and that's why it is better to switch out this Paragon board to the Infighter board. Again, the planner will be below, we'll check this out in a second. However, this is what I have right now if you want to build the exact same thing, because it's just convenient to switch. We do not have an armory. Hopefully it's coming next year, guys, but right now Diablo 4 doesn't have an armory. We have no way of easy switching the build, and I don't want to keep redoing all the Paragon boards if I'm just switching a build or a couple skills. So we just keep it the same, and we don't have this maxed out right now. We don't get the full bonus because we don't have Ferminate. But we do have Exploit, And that makes everything vulnerable when we touch it. So vulnerable damage is also double dipping, gives us twice the bonus, once from our main attack and then once from our Jaguar Hall again. And then just a standard setup here. And then we are rocking Colossal. We have this like a bit more populated now. If you don't have all these Paragon points, because I'm Paragon 300 already, if you don't have that, it's fine. You're just not going to populate the glyph. You're not going to like populate the glyph. I'm going to put the 250 version below. And then we're rocking a Revealing here for more multipliers. So what we do like in the min-max setup here, when we actually want to switch our Paragon boards, you see like the left side here is completely similar. The only thing that we really switch is we have Revealing here on the right side now. This was the final board in game. And then we go to, instead of Convergence, we are going to use In Fighter. Because what this allows us to do is basically like not have Convergence, so we don't have to stack elemental damage. And then we put the Exploit here. But you can check the Paragon board below. If you want to do high pits, you still want to switch out the Ring of the Midnight Sun for the Fell Thooslayer, and then use a lucky hit on the gloves here. This build is just like the Crushing Hand build. They both can do 150, but it's going to be much more of a challenge than, for example, using the Quill Volley build that I'm also going to link below. The Quill Volley build, guys, is by far the best build. But if you want to have some fun and you want to play some different build that is cool to play, and you want gorilla like mech arm hands, then I recommend playing this build and get some payback for our favorite gorilla, Harambe. Hope you enjoyed it, my friends. Go try it out. There's a lot of smashing builds. I'm going to be moving on to play Barb here the next days. We'll see how that's going to go. We're going to do the weapon throw. But again, all the other classes are about 1,000,000 times weaker than Spiritborn. So we will do our best. We'll see how it goes. Hope you enjoyed, my friends. Enjoy the Spiritborn and keep smashing. Let's go. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe, leave a like or a comment. I'm also live on Twitch almost every day, so come and say hi.